Hi, this is Sean. Welcome to Guitar Reference Guide. Today's lesson I'm going to be taking you through a really fun standard. This is called Tico Tico. It's an old Brazilian classic. It was written in 1917, and the composer is Zequinha de Abreu, or Abreu. In any case, we're doing the Grant Green version. Grant starts with the classic Latin feel, a lot of staccato, and then when he's done playing the head, when he goes into the solo, it drops about 10 BPMs, and he swings it really hard. Today's lesson, I'm going to be taking you through the head. I'm going to take you through the first 32 bars of his solo, and while I'm going through all of this, I'm going to be explaining, some of the harmonic concepts that will work really well for you if you're improvising over the tune. I've created a PDF. If you click the link below, it'll take you to my website. There you can pick up the PDF. It'll make the video a lot easier to follow if you have the PDF. It'll also help me out. And I've also created a jam track to practice with that I think you'll find really fun and beneficial. We have a lot to do, so let's dig in. Thanks so much for visiting me at guitarreferenceguide.com. Okay, so let's dive in. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start by just playing through the first 1, 2, 3, 4 measures. It's going to have a pickup, and then I'm going to break it down. Here we go. Let's try that again. Okay, so I'm starting here with an enclosure. As you could look at the first measure, we have a pickup here. Comes in on the end of 3. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3. So we start with an enclosure that wraps around the A. And that would be the 5th of D minor. And then we're going to hit the tonic. Now we're going to do the same enclosure. This time we're going to end on the C sharp, which is the 3rd of A7. Now we're going to do that enclosure again. Great phrase. You can use this enclosure over anything. It works fantastic. And then now we're going to do the next one that's going to lead us into our diminished triad. So we have the enclosure. Now we're going to have the C sharp diminished triad. Starting with the 5, flat 5, minor 3, tonic. And then we're just going to go through this scale, D minor scale ending on the minor 3rd. Okay, so now for the next part, I'm going to play and break it down. Okay, so for this part here, I'm going to be playing a chromatic line that's going to lead us into the G minor. And that's a chromatic line over the D minor 7, so I'm going tonic, then I'm going major 7, flat 7, Now we're on the G minor, and here's your basic G minor triad. There's your G minor triad. Now we're playing a G minor 7 arpeggio. Here we're playing a G minor 7 arpeggio from the flat 7. Flat 7, there's my 5, there's my minor 3. Now I'm going to play from the D minor triad starting from the 5th. Next note here, I'm playing the minor 3rd of D. Hammer pull off to the 5th fret. And then now I'm going to do a E7 arpeggio. It's your basic E7 arpeggio. They're outlining the chord here. 1, flat 3, 5, flat 7. That would be the flat 9. Now I'm going to do the hammer pull off. There's the flat 7. And then ending up on the major 3rd of the A7. Fits like a glove. It's totally perfect. And then that whole thing is just going to repeat. So here it is. Really slow. And that would be the head first pass. The second pass, it's going to do the same thing. The only difference is instead of going to the E7 arpeggio, as you can see there's first ending there, it's going to go to an A arpeggio, A major. That's okay, so now we're going to come in with the B section. I'm just going to play through it and then we'll break it down a section at a time. Over the F chord, over the C7, over the F, Okay, so that's the playthrough for the B section. Now I'm going to break it down a step at a time. So we're going to come in again on the end of 3 to bring us into the F chord. And then a basic F major arpeggio, triad. Little chromatic line to tie us back into the G minor. So that B flat is the minor 3 of the G minor, as you can see there. So we have bringing us into the F triads, into the G minor, into the C7. So here we're playing, it's going to be also basic triad. We're playing first inversion, so we're playing 3rd, 5th tonic, and then a chromatic line bringing us back to the 3rd of F. So as you can see, it resolves on the 3rd of each of those chords. So one more time. To the G minor, C7, back to the F. There we go, the A over the F. Now we have the next line, which is also going to be very syncopated. Everything's very staccato. So here we're playing over the F. There's the tonic, major 7, 6, and then now it's back on the G minor chord, playing the minor 3rd again. And then now we're going to play, now we're on the C7 to the 6, major 3rd, then we come back, and then we're going to resolve to the 5th of the F. That's a little bit of a tricky line. Then that whole part just repeats. now it's going to change a little bit. And then this is going to bring us into the part where the chords transition. So here you can hear the chords are going to go B flat 7, B diminished, F with a C in the bass, D minor 7, G minor 7, C 7, F major 7 or F, and then we move back. So then that last part is going to be like this. After the C triads, we're going to play, this is going to be over the F, we're going to play tonic, hammer pull off to the major 7, then we're back to the flat 7. Now over the B flat 7 we're playing 3, minor 3, back to the 3, 3, minor 3, 3, 5. So now we're playing over the diminished scale of over the B. And then we're hitting the tonic here of the, this was actually the 5th of F. And then I'm sliding into, that would be the sharp 5 or the flat 6. And then now I'm going to do this trill over the D minor, and that's going to bring us into this G minor line. There's my G minor scale. And then I'm playing 3. That would be your C Mixolydian scale. And that would be the B section. Okay, now for the solo, what I'm going to do over this section is I'm just going to play through each lick, explain how it breaks down harmonically against the chords, and then we're going to move real quick. So I'm going to probably do 2 bars, 3 bars at a time. So we're going to start with the first lick, which is going to sound like this. And that's going over a D minor 7 to an A7. Playing the D blues scale here. It'd be really good to get familiar with this scale before you get into this tune, because he uses this a lot. So we're playing the tonic, sliding into the flat 3, back to the tonic, sliding into the flat 5, sliding into the flat 5 and coming back to the 4, sliding into the flat 3, and then ending on the tonic. Now we come back to the flat 3, and then we're going to play the flat 3 again, and then we're going to play almost the identical lick, but we're starting from the flat 5 here. Now we're going to be on a G minor 7. Here he's targeting the 2 to the 5. Now we go back to the D minor 7, same lick we started with the flat 5 pull off. Okay, so next lick. So this gets into a little bit more advanced harmony. Over this, we're playing over a B flat 7. Now for the B flat 7, if you were going to look at the 3rd, that's going to give you a D minor 7 flat 5 chord in the parent key of E flat. So what he's doing here is he's basically just playing through a diminished arpeggio. He's playing 1, playing a D diminished arpeggio. 1, flat 3. There's the flat 3 of that flat 3, another flat 3. And there's the tonic. There's your D diminished arpeggio over B flat 7. That always works great. And then he's going to go right after that into the he's still playing over the B flat 7. So this would be the 5. Then he's going to move back to the flat 5, hammer pull off. Now he's on the 3 of the B flat 7, so that lick would sound like this against the B7. Now we're into the A7, and he basically starts from the third of the A7. So he starts on the third of the B flat 7 for that lick. Now he's going to start on the third of the A7. There's the 3, there's the 5, there's the flat 7, there's the tonic, and then there's the major 7. So once again, the chords would be B flat 7 to A7. The line, or sliding into the tonic and back to the flat 7. Now we're going to go back to the D minor 7 chord, and we're going to be playing back to minor pentatonic. And that's all D minor pentatonic, and then now we're coming into the A7 chord, and we're going to be doing another flat 5 lick, which is very Carlos Santana sounding, which is going to be like this. We're going to hammer from the 4 to the flat 5, pull off, and then to the flat 3. So that whole lick, first, start it, so go. Okay, so the next lick is going to be, it's going to be measure 12. We're going to be playing over a D minor 7 to a G minor 7. And what's going to happen here is we're going to be playing around with a G harmonic minor scale. Lick's going to sound like this. Really slow. So over the D minor 7, we're playing a G harmonic minor scale, which looks like this. So here we're starting on the 2, and that's a pickup to the minor 3rd. And then we're coming into the minor 3, 2, 1, major 7, which is what makes it harmonic minor. Then we're going to the 6, hammer, pull off to the 5. Then we're going to the 4. Now over the G minor 7, he's playing basic G minor pentatonic scale here. There's your minor pentatonic scale, but he's starting from the 3rd. So one more time. Next line. And that's tying us back into the D minor 7. And then next 2 licks. Okay, so this, we're kind of coming up on a common theme that we've heard here already one time. So the lick right before that, right after the harmonic or G minor pentatonic lick, sounds like this. And that brings us into the D minor 7. And here we're basically playing over a D minor pentatonic scale again. There's the 1, there's the flat 7, there's the 5, there's the minor 3rd. Now we're going to move back minor 3rd to the 2nd, and we're going to pull off here to the tonic. Now he's going to basically move into the A7, and we're going to start from the 3rd of the A7, which is going to be our C sharp. There's the 3rd. There's the 5. Sliding into the sharp 5. Or sliding into the flat 2, back to the tonic. They're coming to the flat 7, to the, that would be the sharp 5, and then back to the tonic of A. But this is actually going to resolve to the D. So one more time through that lick. Now the next lick is going to be over D minor 7, and that last lick was over A7. Now, and then over the D minor 7 here, we're playing 1 minor 3, 5, 4, 5. Okay, so the next lick is going to be one of the more difficult licks in the solo. It's going to be based around the F major pentatonic scale. I'm just going to play it really slow and then break it down for you. Here we go. So we're going to go this thing around. We're going to start major pentatonic scale here. So the chord progression is F, G minor 7, C7, back to F. So here, as you can see, almost everything is revolving around this F major pentatonic idea. All right, so we're going to start sliding into the, we're basically playing the, over the F, playing the 6, to the minor 3, or to the major 3, to the 5, back to the 5, tonic, major 3rd, hammer, back to the 3rd, back to the tonic. Now we're going to do the rapid fire, where we start from the 5th. But we're starting here, and I think he does that because it's just a common movement. So here we're playing 5, 1, 3. Now we're playing what do you call it? 6, 3, 4. And then we repeat that whole thing. And then we're going from the 5 to the 4 and ending on the 3rd. And that will be that lick. One of the more sophisticated ones. All right, so now the next lick is going to be right after we finish with that. He does a rake, and this is going to be over the. It's going to be still over an F, but he's playing a. It's kind of like a G minor 7 rake. So here I'm playing 1. This is going to be going over the F chord. So here we're playing G minor 7. So that would be my 1 for G minor 7. There would be my flat 3. There's my 5. And then I'm raking into the tonic. Flat 7, back to the 5. And now we're on the G minor. So that was all over F. So over the F, you're hearing. Now we're on the G minor. And then we're going to do the arpeggio again. And then over the C7, we're going to have. So that whole lick would sound like this. Next lick is going to be over the F. And that's going to be over the F. So here we have our flat 7, 6, to our flat 6, 5, and then we're doing the octave of the 5. And that's all over the F. Back to the tonic of F. Now we're on G minor 7, and we're going to do this really fast pull. I'm just going to play through this whole lick and then break it down. This is all over a G minor 7 chord, so we have. So here I'm pulling off the minor 3 to the 4, tonic, 5, flat 7, 5, hammer pull off from the flat 7 to the tonic. And then now over the C7 is targeting the 3rd of the C7. We haven't gotten to this lick yet. I'm going to play it and then break that one down. So one more time. Okay. So this part is going to kind of sound something like this. So right after we come out of now the next lick is going to go like this. So here I'm playing over the C7. I'm playing the major 3rd. And then playing a G minor triad over the C7. And this works really good because the parent key of C7 is F and the 2 is G minor 7. So this would always work. So we have the 3rd into the G minor triad. That'd be my 1, my flat 3, my 5 of the minor triad. Over the C7, that would be the 9. That would be my flat 7 and that would be my 5. And then now here we're playing over and then this is still going to be over the C7, so that's my 9, my minor 3, and that would be my 4. Now we're kicking into the turnaround, which is going to sound like this. The chords are going to be F, B flat 7, B diminished 7, F with the C in the bass, D minor 7, G minor 7, C7, back to F. So here's the main turnaround. Like I'm going to do it a couple pieces at a time because it's a lot. So there's the lick over the C7. Okay, now for the turnaround licks, I'm just going to play them and break them down one at a time. Okay, so this is all over F. So here I'm playing 9. I'm playing, this will be the flat 7, 6 to the 5. Now I'm going to be playing from the flat 2, and then I'm going to do the same thing here. But this time I'm going to be playing, hammering and pulling off the 6, coming back to the 5. So we have, and that will be over the F chord, so that will be and then now the next lick is going to be from the 13th fret. I'm going to play these and break them down. So one more time. Okay, so now the next 2 licks are going to be over B flat 7 and then B diminished 7. This is the turnaround. So we have and that's going to be over the F with the C in the bass. So here I'm basically playing over the B flat 7. This is kind of like playing almost like a Mixolydian scale, but I'm leaving out one of the notes. So this is my 5. There's my 3. There's my tonic. There's my flat 7. Then I have my diminished idea. This is off the minor 3rd. And then now over the F, I'm playing the 5th of the F. Now I'm going to the 11th fret, which is going to be the flat 7, to the 6, and then to the 13th fret, which is going to be the flat 7 of the D minor 7, and that's in play right there. So that whole lick will be okay, so the last 2 licks. Okay, so here we're playing over G minor 7, C7, resolving back to F. So we basically have 2, 5, 1 over the F. So here we're basically going to be playing over the G minor 7, minor 3rd, 4, and then we're going to hammer into the flat 5, back to the 4. But this is going to resolve to the tonic, so it's basically resolving to the C7 chord. And that's the tonic of the C7 chord. And then we're going to have the flat 7, and then we're going to have this 6, but that's tying into the F7. That's the third of the F7, so he's targeting the third of the F7. So we have into the third. Now over the F7 we're playing, this would be our basic. If we looked at this would be the 4, and then I'm playing the 3, pulling off to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so for this we're basically pulling off of resolving to the 3. And that's the third of F. Now I'm going to the 4, and I'm going to play the 4, pulling off 3 to 2, tonic, 7, and then I'm pulling off from 7 to 6, and then pulling, and then sliding to flat 6. Great lick, and that's over an F7. And that's how the first 32 bars ends. And that would be it.